A man in North Carolina is blaming former President Donald Trump after his father-in-law refused to get help from FEMA for being a victim of Hurricane Helene.
This situation is actually breaking up our family. My father-in-law lives just outside of Asheville, North Carolina, and he was badly damaged by Hurricane Helene. And he has refused all FEMA help because he's a hardcore Trumper. And he literally believes that if he accepts anything from FEMA, they're going to take his house.
Wow.
And my wife is, we're literally, we're at the point where, like, screw them. I mean, if they're going to listen to Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity over us who have his best interest at heart, or my poor wife is like, the hell with him, screw him. And it sucks. It really sucks, Dan. And I don't understand how so many people are under the spell of this freaking con man. I don't understand it.
So now he's on Dan Abrams' Sirius XM show. And look, the story is honestly incredibly heartbreaking. I mean, this guy obviously cares a lot about his father-in-law, but can't seem to get through to him and just, actually get him the help that he needs because of Donald Trump and his conspiracy theories. Now, what do I mean? What conspiracy theories? Well, Trump has been claiming that the Biden administration has allocated almost all of FEMA money to illegal immigrants. Now, that's not true at all, okay? No, the money for Helene has not been diverted from disaster relief to housing undocumented immigrants. That's not the reality of the situation. Now, there's another one, right, where he talks about, like, oh, well, he thinks the government's going to take your house if you get FEMA money. Now, honestly, I hadn't heard about that one. All right, so I had to look into it. And it turns out that this conspiracy theory has been going around TikTok as of late, and it alleges that if you take $750 in help from FEMA, that it's not actually money that you're supposed to get, that it's more like a loan, right? And if you don't pay FEMA back immediately, then they're going to come take your house. Not just your house, but all of your property. Now, I'm like, wait a minute. Well, that's insane. That sounds crazy, right? Well, yes, it is crazy because it's not true. Okay. Now, FEMA is giving people $750, right? It is basically assistance payment for essential supplies, right? So you get $750 to buy things like toilet paper and whatever, like water, food, etc., right? That $750 is, again, for essential supplies. It is not a loan, okay? And by the way, that's not the only help that you'll get. That's just one piece of aid that you get for essential supplies, right? Now, that said, since it's not a loan, you don't have to pay it back. And not only that, but the agency itself does not seize your property, okay? In fact, according to FEMA's website, the serious needs assistance is an initial payment people qualify for or may receive while they wait for other forms of assistance that they may qualify for. It does not need to be paid back, like the majority of FEMA grant money that is given to people who are victims of the storm. Now, there are some exceptions, right? And what are the exceptions? If somebody has insurance that covers temporary housing costs, but asks FEMA to advance them some money to help with those costs while the insurance company money is delayed, then you will need to pay that money back to FEMA after you receive your insurance settlement. So that's one of the exceptions, right? But that's really it. The rest of the claims made by Trump and his allies are just not true. So now another thing is, oh, well, the inspector will come out and then will come and steal your land. No, an inspector may come out to assess the damage to see what grants you qualify for. Now, if the results of the inspection team deem your home to be uninhabitable, that information is only used to determine the amount of FEMA assistance you may receive to make your home safe, sanitary, and functional. That's the reality. And so these conspiracy theories are incredibly harmful because it's making people not get the aid that they are entitled to, right? This guy, the father-in-law, shooting himself in the foot for literally no reason.
Dan, it's hard to even imagine it. I mean, he lost almost everything, and he's refusing all help from the federal government and complaining to us that he doesn't have food, that he doesn't have the stuff he needs, and yet he won't accept the help. What the hell are we supposed to do? We're not in a position to be able to fly across the country and help him. Yeah. There's people begging us to get him to accept help, and he won't do it. And I guarantee you, I'm not the only one. I guarantee you, I'm not the only one.
No, I don't know. Does he have access to any electronics where you could send him some information debunking this, and that he might?
We've done all of that. We've done all of that. We've sent him all the FEMA bulletins. We've sent him all the stuff from the fact checkers. He doesn't believe it. He thinks it's all. He just believes Trump. Literally, Dan. It's a cult. He's a cult member. I'm sorry to say it. He's a cult member. And he's my father-in-law, and it sucks.
Look, man, this is probably the worst part about the far right. The worst part about the Trumpism that has taken over this country over the last 8 years, and actually longer, because the right wing has created it in itself a gigantic news and media bubble, which, you know, by definition, rejects facts, rejects reality. And look, it not only gets people to believe in things that are not true, but also not to trust their family members anymore. Okay? And that's tearing families apart. They choose Trump. They choose Trump and his lies over the people, the family members that actually care about them. That is literally the worst part about all of this. Okay? Absolutely incredibly heartbreaking, and just another story on top of the just thousands of other cases where you had families just get ripped apart by these conspiracy theories, whether it's Trumpism, QAnon, and all that's related, by the way. Just seeing people choose grifters and people that don't give a damn about them. You think Donald Trump cares at all about the people in North Carolina? Cares about any of the people getting hit by these hurricanes? No, not at all. Not at all. It's all just fodder for his conspiracy theories. Look, hearing it play out like this is just an incredible reminder of how much damage these grifters really have done to the fabric of American life. To the fact they want to talk about, we're pro-family here, right? No, you have ripped apart families. So many families, not just at the border with the family separation policy, right? But you've ripped apart families in this way by getting them to believe in things that are demonstrably false. And you get Trump, who sits on his millions, if not billions of dollars, Tucker Carlson, as I mentioned, sitting on his money, while our family members are out there hurting themselves because they believe in the conspiracies that these people peddle. It's disgusting. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe with the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.